Nighttime plays are fun and exciting and bring a whole different perspective to the game/player. Right now, with the current stages, EFT offers some nighttime gameplay with several quests which need to be completed during certain nighttime hours, and in the nearest future, with the addition of the cultists, there will be even more options or possibility for nighttime players. Night gameplay is fun but a bit unused because of the time incompatibilities and because of our nature. We enjoy light, we are daytime creatures, and therefore we are more active during daytime and feel more comfortable playing when we clearly see what surrounds us. The game forces you now to complete some of the tasks you have on low light environments. The task that I currently have is called insomnia, which comes from a Latin word insomnis, sleepless, where I must murder 30 PMCs between 11 PM and 4 AM. And as I said before, there will be more nighttime activities in the future with the addition of the cultists, which are a different category, a different faction, very active during nighttime and with different gear or weapons than the rest of the scavs or raiders we know. There are some other night missions currently, like the one where you have to place 3 gunpowders in the breach room or factory, for example, and even more. Sadly, a lot of players, including myself, complete or completed those nighttime missions without the proper gear due to gear fear, commodity, and some other reasons. But if you want to do them properly, then here is my guide to NVGs and night scopes for the patch 0.11 in Escape from Tarkov. So enough intro, let's get into it. Currently there are 4 different versions of NVGs in the game and 2 night scopes. That is what I could find while doing my research. There is also the thermal scope, of course, but this one can also be used very well on daytime maps. Nevertheless, I will be talking about the RIP IR in this video as well. In the future there will be more. We saw a cheap red dot thermal during one of the podcasts, and who knows what the devs may add in the future. The NVGs we now have in the game are the following, starting with the easiest one to get level wise. The PVS 14 mechanic level 1, you can trade it for 1 Bitcoin. This is the head mount version, or there is also the other variant, the trade variant, but you only get the NVGs. So you will need to buy the other attachments. And the PVS 14, the Peacekeeper level 2 option, it costs around $1,000 and is also the head mount version. Then the PNG 10T skier level 2, the price is around 30,000 rubles. Then we have the armor sight N15 Peacekeeper level 3 this time, around $800. I must add here that I couldn't find a helmet adapter for this NVG. I did a Google search and found some, but nothing in the game wiki. Either I am missing something here or the item is not yet in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong with a small comment. Thank you. And lastly, GP NVG 18 Peacekeeper level 4, around $1,600. But you can also get 2 of the GPN NVGs by completing the peacekeeping mission, as you can see here. There are 2 night scopes as well currently, the NSPUM or NSPAM level 2 Prapor, around 15,000 rubles, and the Vulcan level 2 Trade or level 4 Money, around 50,000 rubles. Both of them can also be found on the maps. And of course there's the thermal scope, skier level 3 trade or level 4, around 2,000 euros, more than 2,000 euros. So starting with the NVGs, what is the best way to use them or to mod them, to build them? Well, we have head mounts and helmet mounts, but the best way in my opinion to use the NVGs are mounted on a helmet. You have some head protection this way, and you can even cover your ears and face partially while using them, decreasing this way the possibility to get headshotted or face shotted. Only using the head mount skeleton, you expose your head face area too much and you can easily get one tapped by anyone, scav or player. You will get one tap anyways, but why not comfort yourself with the thought that you may have better protection, right? Now, when it comes to building a budget NVG setup, the best option I found was the combo between the 6B47 helmet and the PNG 10T NVG. The 6B47 is quite easy to find on the map on scavs. You can even trade 2 bleaches for one of them. If you buy it, it costs around 30,000 rubles, the PNG some 30,000 more, the dovetail 3,000 or so, and the TATM adapter $33, which is around 4,300 rubles. So a total of 70,000 rubles for an NVG helmet setup, which looks pretty good and will definitely do the job on the map. Although the armor side version can look very cheap with that head mount skeleton, it costs around 110,000 rubles and it doesn't have the head protection that the helmet can provide, theoretically. Practically, we have seen and heard that some of the helmets are currently useless, but that's subject to another video. On the other hand, when we talk about high-end NVG setups, 2 options come into my mind. The Cry Helmet GP NVG version with jaw protection or ear protection, or the Fast MT version with GP NVG and either jaw protection or headset variant with SLAAP reinforcement. Both look very cool, but there is a lot of money involved here and the helmets need to actually work. I heard rumors that the LZSH and the Fast MT are currently bugged, but I cannot confirm that. I haven't tested those helmets yet. So here are all the current possible NVG builds that I could find, showing them to you just in case you need to find out what is that piece you need to do the builds. After that, I will highlight the differences between the NVGs while using them on the nighttime map. Regarding the differences between the NVG variants, there is a visible difference or clear difference between the view width. Here's a side-to-side comparison. The monocular, for example, is nothing but that monocular, one eye view. In contrast, the GP NVG, for example, offers a more panoramic view and a lot more width. There are different colors as well, as you can see, some of them less disturbing to the eyes, some of them more, less pixelation in some of them and less brightness. I am impressed by how well the devs created these items and implemented them in the game. I do not have experience with such thing IRL, so I cannot tell how realistic they are, but so far very impressed. We'll definitely try to use them more in the future. Now with the NVGs you obviously have some disadvantages when you approach some light sources. Some of them can be destroyed, some of them not, but it's something you have to live with. I also tried the night scope together with the NVGs, but what I saw was too bright and I didn't like it. I don't find them compatible, but not impossible to use together. Your eyes will thank you if you don't use them together though. The two night scopes I mentioned, the N-Spam and the Vulcan, are, let's say, other options you can use during your nighttime raids, because you can also go without them. The problem with them is 1. They're not that compatible with NVGs, and 2. In order to use them you have to see where you're walking, you need some visibility. Running while ADSing all the time is not a solution, especially when you're on the rafters on a map like Factory for example. But I can see a good use to them night scopes when, for example, it is not pitch black on the map so you can see where you're walking but don't have enough visibility and clarity to spot the targets. Then the night scopes come in place, especially the Vulcan. Very clear and crisp view through it, has a bit of zoom, and you can attach a red dot to it as well. The end spawn is awful for me, but hey, it's my opinion, some hardcore fans may say otherwise. The thermal scope on the other hand has a NVG compatible mode. Went on Factory with it to try it out, and to my surprise I found out that you can use it pretty well together with NVGs. Now Factory is maybe not such a good example, but imagine customs or woods with NVGs and thermal. Close to medium range players will have no chance to survive if you're good at what you do. So I will definitely give this combo a try. It's not a cheap one, I must admit. The RIP IR is very expensive and should stay that way. So in conclusion, EFT offers a variety of tools which help you or can help you with your well-wished quests. It depends how much money you want to spend, if you want to use those tools, and if you fear losing them. Of course you can go with no NVGs on certain night maps and do some kills, but you definitely have an advantage if you use them. There is no doubt about that. So which combos are you using? What do you afford to do? And do you even play nighttime or just avoid it because of the multiple hackers? Share your comments or your combos with us in the comments below, and if I missed something important, just write a small comment and people will read it. This way you will only help the community. I want to thank you for watching and thank the patrons for their support. Subscribe and comment if you find this video useful, and I will see you in the next one. Remember to don't play too much. Redseven out. Peace.